Hey guys, welcome back. Another Woodsman Ways video. This will be the last one, hopefully. Continuing on with the whole preparedness theme here. So this pack, a lot of questions about it. It is in fact an Alps Outdoors Commander Freighter pack, I believe is what they call it, or Commander Freighter. With pack is the key. If you're looking to buy one of these things, I got this one through Amazon. I had my eye on it for a long time. I went right to the Alps site. I think they were over $250. Almost pulled the trigger on it. I waited. They were a bit cheaper on Amazon. I think they were like $100 less. They're like right around $160, something like that. I ended up catching it on sale on Amazon for $105. Couldn't believe it. So I snatched it up as soon as I seen that. I've only used it once. Haven't put it through the ringer yet by any means. I definitely intend to do that. And I'll let you guys know how it works out for me. But the material feels pretty heavy duty. Like it's going to stand up to the test. Time will tell on that, I guess. Very well put together pack, and again, I don't know why they would ever sell it that cheap, but a lot of good reviews on them from what I read on the internet. So again, I went ahead and grabbed one. All right, so that's the type of pack it is, big bucket style. One of the features I liked about this pack, it's got a zipper on the bottom where you could put whatever you want. It's kind of set up like the military rucksacks now, where you can put your sleep system down there, and then it has a drawstring divider on the inside, both right above that and at the top, to separate compartments. So all the stuff you have from there up will stay there if all you want is your sleep system out of the bottom. So I like that idea of it. It's got another big pocket here, or a decent sized pocket on the front right under the flap. It has a zipper compartment for, like, you know, your journal, a map case, something like that, right in the top on the flap itself. It's got two side pockets here on one side. It has a rubberized spot. I got the single shot 12 gauge in the gun holder. It has a little pocket here on the bottom. It's adjustable. Put the buttstock of your rifle, your shotgun, or whatever. So I've got the 12 gauge in there now, but behind that is like a rubberized, the length of the pack to keep your weapon from sliding around. On the bottom, it has an adjustable shelf. It's got two drawstrings for that, not drawstrings, but buckles rather, that loosen and tighten. Let's see, and another long pocket on the other side. And then on either side, kind of like my Woodsman pack, it's got two smaller pockets. No enclosures on it, so it's an open style pocket, but it's got one of those on either side. Real nice frame. It's got a super comfortable waist belt here. The shoulder straps are extremely comfortable. I used this on my last overnighter I did with my buddies. It's got a carrying handle right here. The top part of the frame actually adjusts up and down if you want it to. I'm pretty sure you can move that pack up higher on the frame if you wanted to, but it's pretty comfortable just the way it is. It's got some netting here on the back for breathability for your back, you know, keep you from sweating too bad or whatever. It's got another waist belt here on the bottom, and what that is if you can see all these little rings, they've got pins that hold this pack right to the frame. So you can take out the pins, remove the pack, and then you have just a frame, a pack frame with this shelf here in case you're shooting big game animals. So once you get your base camp or your long-term shelter or whatever it is set up, you can take your pack off, leave it at camp, go out for a hunt, take some big game animal, you know, probably quarter it right there on the spot, pack it up on this frame, and you can easily, comfortably carry it back to camp. So I thought that was a good feature as well. Alright, so getting into this pack, I'll dig through it a little bit, show you what's in it. It is not complete thus far because this is for my wife. This is going to be the pack that she would carry. She's definitely going to share some of the weight. Try not to load her up too much, but she's a pretty tough woman, so I'm sure she'll be able to handle it. But there's still plenty of room left over in here, and all it's going to be is for her clothing and my son's clothing. So let's dig into it. The only thing I don't really like about the pack so far, I mean, it hasn't caused any problems yet, but is the buckles are plastic. So, you know, over time and more long term, not a big fan of the plastic, and that's why I say my long-term kit, or my bug-out bag, or whatever you want to call it, is definitely my Woodsman pack. It's the wax canvas, or canvas with all the leather. It's got the traditional look. I love that a lot, but it's gonna last. It's definitely gonna last. Maybe this will too. We'll see. Time will tell. So let me get this shotgun out of the way. All right, 2 side pockets. Like I said, she's gonna share some of the weight. .12 gauge, number 5 shot for the 12 gauge. There is 10 shells in that box of number 5. I've got a box of, I think it's 25. Oh, it's on there somewhere. Yep, 25, number 8 shot. That's all that's in that pocket. Top pocket, I got 2 50-round packs of 30 grain for the 22 mag. This kit is semi-incomplete. Like I said, I'm putting it together more so for the wife. So some of my shot is still in my box for hunting and trapping stuff, along with obviously some of my traps in that last video where I told you would obviously be incorporated into these kits. All right, another 25 shell box of number 6 shot, and then I have 3 dozen slug loads for the 12 gauge. Again, I don't have them right here because shotgun season just ended, and it's in my hunting box and all my trapping stuff. So, as well as 3 more boxes of 22 rounds. So that would give me 250 rounds of 22 and 80 to 100 rounds of, actually more than that. Yeah, right around 100 shots for the 12 gauge. And various shots, obviously. Alright, so that's them 2 pockets. On the inside, just some redundancy stuff. And you can see here, it's got the drawstring on the top like I was telling you about. Extra emergency space blanket. I got one in my kit too, I showed you. The Sea Line dry bag, that's going to have some of her clothes, some of my son's clothes. Extra containers. She's got a cup. GSI cook pot. Again, with the containers, I can't tell you how important and how easy it makes life with containers. And a Chinook folding skillet. Alright, after that, one wool blanket for my son. And that was in the top, then in the bottom. If you can see that, again, the second drawstring. So it makes that two separate compartments if you want it. You can open this right up and have one big bucket style pack, easy enough. The only thing that's in there, I'm not going to rip it all out, it's getting dark, I got to pack it all back up. But that's my Filson wool blanket. It's queen size. So we each have a wool blanket. Alright, in the front pocket that I was telling you about, a little bit heavier, if you will, on the medical side of things. It was a store-bought kit that I've added to. I do have a SAM splint. Definitely carrying these packs, very easy to roll an ankle or something like that. So very light, doesn't weigh anything, and it's flat. So alright, this kit, just a medical kit that I bought, like I said, but I've added to, is it's got some of the ACE wrap, pretty much everything I've talked about in my other medical kits and the packs I have, but it's got a little bit more in the way of aspirin, antiseptic ointments, stuff like that, bandages. I think that's it, but it's just got a little bigger of a supply, and that's family in mind. But again, back to the medical thing, a lot of people overpack on stuff like that, and it's needless. You can pack other stuff that's going to help you, like I keep saying, more long term. I mean, I'm certified nurse and assistant, certified combat lifesaver with the military, and I retrain for that every single year. So I can give IVs, needle chest decompressions, all that good stuff, which is way more advanced, than the average person. I've got that, certified rescue diver, all that stuff. And still my medical kits are really not that big. This is the biggest one I have, and it's not that big. It's like a little shower bag. Alright, then on the side, long pocket. She's got her water bottle. Another titanium cup. Containers, guys, containers. And then she's carrying a little bit of more extra weight for me. A little fillet knife. And my Tom Brown tracker knife. And a second Baco saw. So I still left her a little bit of extra room in the side pocket, maybe for some girly type stuff. Like I said, there was still plenty of room in the main compartment of the pack, which is going to be for her clothing and my son's clothing. So. I'll get to that. So, alright, now I want to reflect back on, because I missed something on the last video. I was talking about, the fantasy world and stuff like that. One thing that I've learned over the years, in the military we use it a lot, it's called contingency plans. You absolutely have to have them. Have to have them. So again, on the whole fantasy side of things, with a lot of YouTube videos and people doing videos, is a lot of people talk about their kits and stuff like that, and their plan. They're going to throw the pack on their back and run out into the woods, along with apparently everybody else on YouTube. To me, that's fantasy. That's just not the reality of it at all. I'm gonna pack accordingly. That's what I've done with my packs, to enable me to have everything I need to make it as comfortable as possible for me and my family. You know, all the tools necessary to secure meat, food, stuff like that. I definitely have some knowledge to back that all up. But in reality, these packs are gonna go right in the back of my truck, along with all my trapping gear and some other convenience slash, you know, luxury items. That's the fact of the matter. You know, my plan isn't to throw my Woodsman pack on my back, you know, throw this big pack on my wife's back and head out into the woods in the middle of nowhere and, you know, live off the land. That's the big fantasy world that a lot of people are living in, and that a lot of people on the internet are doing videos about. Like I said, the fact of the matter is, you know, for me and probably most people, a lot of people are going to stay put right where they're at. I mean, that's just the way that is. But some people do have other places they can go. I'm one of them. You know, I do have a plan in place, and I have somewhere to go. But like I said, all this stuff is going to be packed up into my truck and brought there. It's not something I'm going to be having a hump through the woods. But should Murphy come along, you guys know what I mean by Murphy, right? Shit can go wrong. It'll definitely go wrong. And if you have my luck, it surely will. So I'm going to pack accordingly in case I have to go to a plan B or C or D, stuff like that. You get the picture. You have to have them contingency plans. If you're set in one plan, again, right back to the first video in this series, putting all your eggs in one basket, you know, having one plan. That's not going to get it done for you guys. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, not much to pull out of this one. Again, it's going to be for my wife, some of my kids' stuff. But she's definitely going to share some of the weight in the way of carrying some rounds, you know, a couple extra of my knives that she can use as well. But it's pretty much the extent of that kit. It is a decent pack. From what I've seen, like I said, I've used it only once so far on an overnighter. I weighed it up pretty good. I didn't weigh it and get the weight. I mean, I put some stuff in there to give it some weight. Really comfortable carry. You know, a lot more comfortable than most packs. A lot more comfortable than my Woodsman pack, to be quite honest with you. But it's not about that, like I said, to me. I'm used to carrying an 80-pound to 120-pound pack is not pleasurable by any means, you know. I wasn't walking around, you know, over my deployments enjoying carrying that rucksack by any means. But the fact of the matter is, I can do it. So, there you go. Alright guys, thanks for friggin' tuning in for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I answered some questions on the packs for you guys. I know there was a lot of them, so figured I'd shoot that now, get it out to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate all your views, comments, all your support, and I will see you real soon with another Woodsman Ways video, and we're gonna start moving on here to some other topics.